Hey bitches, it's me, Adore Femme. Have you ever wanted to be deep inside of me? Well, today's your chance. Welcome to Deeper. Deeper is a talk show hosted by me primarily, where we talk about honestly whichever topic we want. Today, we are joined by the beautiful, luxurious Bali Coco, who's my really close friend. Hey Bali.
Okay, hey guys, I'm Bolikuko, a French former YouTuber and a very close friend of Adore, and thank you so much for having me here.
A few weeks ago, we did a collab on Bali Coco's channel, which was really funny. I will leave it in the comments down below, so make sure to go watch it and subscribe to Bali Coco if you're into fashion and tutorials. Bali Coco does primarily do French content. However, I promise you that her videos are so good that even if you don't understand what she's saying, they're still amazing. So today's topic is honestly like weird ass shit that like we have encountered on Second Life, weird people, rude ass bitches with no manners. We'll also sprinkle in some advice for new Second Life players. So if you are new to Second Life or even if you're a Second Life veteran, I think this video will be quite entertaining. Okay, so Bali, since you're today's guest, I would like for you to go first. Now, what is like the messiest, weirdest, trashiest kind of story or like weird encounter you can tell us about that you have experienced on Second Life?
Oh my, there are so many, but one that happened not so long ago is I was just, going around Sims and Second Life, and then I landed in one popular French sim. Then, as soon as I started speaking and saying hi everyone, then one girl literally attacked, said, "Hey, you have such a whore voice. You sound like you work for a pink telephone. What's up?" And then everybody was like silent, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." Oh, and that was a total stranger.
Was this over voice chat or was it through text?
It was over voice chat.
That's fucking crazy. What was like the context? Like, were you at a club? Like, were you with your friends? What was the situation?
Oh, that was a hangout place where people would go and chat with others. Sometimes they can play games, they can do parties. And this day there were a lot of people chatting. There was some friends that I know, they teleported me. They was like, "Oh, come over, we're gonna have a nice chat." Because French people do voice a lot more than Americans, I believe. And I don't know, I just landed there, and as soon as I spoke, I received this wonderful compliment. But yeah, that was very rude.
I mean, honestly, the thing with people in Second Life is like, so obviously because the internet gives people like a false sense of security and anonymity. If you're on the internet, you're not as anonymous as you think, I promise. People would just like to say the most vile, fucking disgusting shit to people. It's really funny. People are so much nicer to me when I'm on my mail account. I don't know why. Especially if I'm on voice. Like, if I'm on voice as Adore, it's actually crazy how many people are, like, ready to, like, jump down my throat. But I do think it's an extremely funny phenomenon that people are, like, so much more polite to me on my mail. Why do you think that is, Bali? Why are people nicer to me when I'm a man and not a woman?
These people are just ignorant. Um, they are afraid of what they don't know, what they are not educated about, and this is the root of every hate.
But I think it's weird because, so in gaming, it's extremely common for, let's say, a man to have a female character or a female avatar. Like, it's extremely common in video games. Like any MMO, Final Fantasy, it doesn't matter. It's kind of like only on Second Life I've noticed that people are like really opinionated about this kind of stuff. I'm just existing as a hot fucking bitch on Second Life. Like, I'm not bothering you, my G. It's so weird.
It's so interesting to see, depending on the countries and the languages, how it changes. I never felt that LGBTQ plus and other people would feel not right in the French land. They usually hang out with us, whether they are gays or trans, and they never really get shamed or have a lack of respect from anybody. They're just really included and integrated with us. It's just so normal and basic. So it always surprised me to see from from other perspectives and other languages and countries and cultures that it's not the same, unfortunately. Well, I wish everybody could see these people are just humans like us, and there's nothing much more special about them than you. They're just like you and me.
Yeah, I need you guys to realize that I'm just like every other woman. I shave my beard just like the rest of you, okay? And yeah, I also, there was this another situation that happened recently. I'm not gonna name any names because this was very recent and this person might see this video. Where I met this person and they own a sim, and they were pretty nice. They were like, "Oh, I can see that you love what you do. I like, your YouTube channel, and like your photos are amazing. I can tell you have a passion for fashion. Blah blah blah. Would you like to host an event of my sim?" And I was like, "Oh, cool, thank you so much." And then he said, "Yeah, I can be a talk show." And I was like, "Oh, like I already have a talk show, but like I would love to host a meet and greet for like me and my subscribers, because I want to meet you guys more often. Honestly, I should do a better job at that." And he was like, "Cool, lovely, like amazing." He showed me like around the sim, and later on, I was like, "Okay, like I will let you know what date I have in mind." Blah 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 blah. And when the day was approaching, I asked my friend to message him on my behalf and be like, "Hey, like tell him that I'm a little busy. Could you please like ask him if we can postpone the event for like a week?" And he was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I never agreed to this." And the wildest thing is, like, I literally have the DMs of this person, like, eating my ass, like, literally, and being like, "Yeah, like, you can have your event here." So, I thought that was really weird, and I can't tell if it was, like, on purpose.
Well, I can think about a crazy story that happened when I was doing some shopping, and I believe that was at Equal 10. And I was just doing my shopping like that, getting my new hair and stuff there, and then a guy randomly pop up in my IMs and tell me, "Oh, you're a woman. You have periods. Periods are dirty. You are dirty. Women are like devilish beings." And I was like, "Uh-huh. All right. Do you even know that you literally swimmed for about 10 months in your mommy's periods before she popped you out of her pussy?"
Damn, Vali's getting vile and, like, really vulgar. I think I'm a really bad influence on you.
And then he literally muted me.
No, I love when people like instigate shit and then like block you because like they think they did something. But like, so my question for you, Bali, is so how has your like interaction with people changed on Second Life and on the internet ever since you started kind of getting recognition for your
Oh yeah.
craft?
Oh yes. When I started doing videos, that was in 2016. I had like my friend list was about like 300 friends, and I went down to 100. People kept deleting me, and when I started doing videos, they would tell me, "Oh my god, you don't have time for me. You're never here. You're never answer. You change. You're not like before." And I was like, "I'm busy. I have things to do." And when they started to see that I would get close to designers and some events, I wasn't there. When you're filming videos, you're not in the street with people. You don't see what is going on, but apparently everybody was speaking about me, and this would nerve the hell out of them. So I lost a lot of friends when I started my YouTube channel. Then I had to rebuild. Then I did some mistakes, of course. But yeah, people change completely depending on how famous you are and how much influence you have. They completely change. There are a few categories of them. Some people want to own you and they will do everything to own you or to feel some kind of way to own you. Some other people will try to benefit from you, they will just use you as a stepping stone. Some others will be literal like predators. They're gonna try to be, having that toxic shit with you and manipulate you, complete narcissists. And some others are pure admirators and they can be very scary at the same time. And also, some others just hate you because you represent what they cannot be and what they don't have. So they hate you. So there's a lot of negative for a little bit of positive, but the little bit of positive is much more impactful than the lot of negative if you know how to make the balance between that. But 100 million% when you are public or when you have a business or when you're known and you have something that could catch the eyes of others and could catch the envy of others, you're most likely to have very superficial relations, and it's going to be very hard to find family and friends if you didn't meet them in the beginning.
No, for sure. I also this is something that no one prepares you for when you do social media, but it doesn't matter if it's Second Life, if it's Minecraft, whatever you fucking do. If you have a following of people, it could be like between 5 to 1 million. It doesn't matter. You lose a lot of friends. Like actually, like I lost more friends than I can count when I started like doing YouTube. And I didn't really understand why at the time. Like, for example, I'm not gonna name names because this person wishes I would name them, but like, there was this person I used to be really close friends with, and Bali knows who I'm talking about. We would spend a lot of time together, and when I started kind of not gaining recognition, but like kind of like becoming more consistent with my YouTube and stuff, this person like made it their life mission to this day to shit talk me. And I didn't understand why, because I genuinely wanted to be their friend. There's more than a few people that like they're friends with you until they see you as competition. Hey bitches, editing Adore here. I just wanted to add a few things as I didn't articulate myself the way I wanted to in the video. Honestly, I never prepared myself for how like isolated I would feel ever since I started doing content creation. Like no one prepares you for that, like actually. It's crazy because like you spend so much of your time making content and interacting with people, but like it never goes back to how it used to be. Like I feel the most desolate I've ever felt, like ever since I began this journey. And don't get me wrong, I love doing it so fucking much, and I love all of you. But like it is true that people no longer like people just don't fuck with you anymore. Like we could sit here and say that it's because of a reason A or B or C, but like it's how things are, unfortunately. And this goes for other YouTubers. This goes for people that you know personally. And thankfully, I have a few people in my life, in real life and on the internet, that love me and have stuck by me through thick and thin, from the past. But honestly, bitch, like. Doing YouTube is isolating as fuck, I'm not gonna lie to you. And there was another person who used to do social media. They no longer do social media, but at the time when I was doing YouTube, like in the beginning, they were like a semi-prominent figure. And like I really liked them, I was a fan of their stuff, and like I messaged them and we became friends, and I was a kind of like starstruck because I was like, oh my god, I love this person's videos. I opened up about some personal stuff, we talked about family issues, and like the next day this person just blocked me out of literally nowhere. Completely out of the blue. And then I had to hear from other people that like this person didn't like me anymore. Oh, and some really funny context about this person is like this person's like thing like was, oh my god, positivity, like guys, I'm so paused, like be nice to people, love thy neighbor type of shit. But like behind the scenes, like this second they didn't see our friendship benefiting them anymore, like in front of the camera, they just like cut me loose. And I cannot stress enough to you the fact that like we were completely fine and like I genuinely thought this person was my friend. So that was fun.
Yeah, that's totally immature and very insecure. This happened to me also a lot. Like you said, when you have a following, people's view completely change because you're no longer normal. You possess some kind of power, some influence, and this is the object of full envy. And people who are insecure will feel competition. People who are insecure will dislike you because maybe you do better, or they imagine or they see you as doing better than them. And because they diminish themselves and they are insecure, then they cannot manage that. They cannot manage to like you. They cannot manage to see you as an equal or to see you simply as what you are, different from them. They put themselves immediately in competition without even thinking once again that what you truly are, the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you do your content is very unique. For example, we could be 5 YouTubers and we could all present how to make a pizza in Second Life. It's going to be totally different because our core, our personality is unique. And a lot of people fail to see that. And this is the root of insecurity. And that's pretty sad. So these people to me are just not mature, very immature.
No, for real, for those of you watching that don't do YouTube, which is gonna be most of you realistically, like I need you to know that like most of the YouTube creators you watch for Second Life don't like each other. It's really sad. Like I can count on one hand how many like known SL people I'm friends with or like okay with, and Bali's honestly one of them. Like Bali's the one I'm the closest to. There's quite a few YouTubers that are like a lot nicer than you think they would be. Like there's this one YouTuber, I'm not gonna say her name, but she has like a mildly negative reputation. Like no major scandals ever, like at all. But some people don't like her, right? And like when I spoke to her personally, she was genuinely sweet, genuinely nice. And then there's others where like I met YouTubers so loved by so many people, and when I met them, they were completely different. And like it's crazy. Like they treat you so differently if you're also part of like what they do. I no longer really meet people in Second Life the way that I used to because like people just see you as competition. When the reality is there's literally more than enough room for all of us. Like we can all coexist. I know it sounds really cringy, but we can all like succeed in our own way. You know what I mean? Like, and it's sad because I would love to be more friendly with more Second Life creators, but like a lot of them honestly are not as nice as you think they are. And take that for what you will. I'm not naming any names. If anyone tries to guess who I'm talking about, I will delete the comment, unfortunately. I don't want to start shit with anyone.
But I think it's also very hard. How do you deal when you have an audience, a following, who literally tells you every day, "Oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, I'm a fan. Oh my god, I love you so much," and they share with you so much love and admiration. Like, how do you keep your knees on the ground? Like, how do you not fly, with self-esteem? And like how? For me, it was my family and my partner and um a community around me that really keeps me grounded, keeps me like, okay, you're a normal being, you're not like a super god or I don't know what of Second Life YouTube. But for some others, I think if you don't have the right um people around you, the right influence to keep you sane, to have a healthy relation with your audience and with the image you give and with the influence you have, I think it can be really bad. And this is why we have maybe some people who are very nice in appearance, but when you get to meet them, it's completely chaotic.
No, and what people, yeah, for sure. What people need to realize though is that all of us that do primarily Second Life content, none of us are celebrities. Like, let's be fucking for real for 2 seconds. Like, we're all human beings. Like, just because you get like 1,000 likes on your Instagram or Flickr, like, or YouTube, doesn't matter, doesn't mean you're Beyonce, for one. Like, because the thing is, I've seen this critique has existed about me since the beginning of time, that like I'm personally very up my own ass. And I find that to be so genuinely funny because if I like was in this for the attention, I wouldn't be making Second Life videos. Because if you think about it logically, Second Life is quite niche, and Second Life content is even more niche. Like not everyone that plays Second Life cares about Second Life YouTubers and content, right? So like if I cared about like, oh my god, I'm gonna get 3 million views, I'd be making like, I don't know, Minecraft videos, who knows? Like it's like something different, right? So but there's more than a few YouTubers that do Second Life that are convinced they're like Beyonce. They're convinced that like they are God, like on Earth. That like you need to treat them a certain way, and like I have more likes than you, therefore like I matter. Like bitch, literally, like being famous on Second Life is like being rich in Monopoly. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's not that great. By the way, I would like to formally apologize to the viewers because of how many times I say the word like. It's literally, and literally as well, every 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I'm just a dumb bimbo bitch. So, I don't know, it's part of the charm, just deal with it, okay? Bye, like, literally. There's this one person who owns a store on Second Life. I don't know if they still, I don't think they do right now, but they were like a pretty well-known brand at the time. So one time I was filming for Adore's Next Top Model. It was season 3 or 4, one or the other, and this person was like spamming my AMs, like, hey, can you teleport me? Can you teleport me? And I was like, sorry, babe, like, no, like, I'm filming right now. They're like, no, like, let me be in the video. I don't know, I'll be your, like, Michelle Visage, whatever, something like that. And I was like, no, sorry, like, I'll let you know when I'm done filming. And when I tell you this person did such a like a extreme 180 from like love bombing me to being like fuck you think you're like famous, this is why no one likes you, this is why you're always on SO Secrets, like this is why you have a reality show because you're full of drama. And I was like, okay babe, and I just blocked them.
Oh, well, I think one story that happened to me, and this one has shaped me forever, like literally, on how I should choose my friendships, was there was that girl, she's a French girl. I'm not gonna name her because I'm all fine with her, by the way. And she was making videos and she was starting them. So I was already there and we started being friends and the friendship started to go smoothly, but she was always like praising me, being way too nice. And of course, my nature was like, this is weird. This is really strange. Let's see how it's gonna go. And soon, step by step, she started like to, if I wanted to do a video, she would ask me, what are you gonna do? And copy literally the theme of the video I was gonna do. If I would wear something or buy something, she would ask me, and then exactly the afternoon, she would wear the same stuff to the point that she started to buy my head, my skin, my hair, started to look like me. At some point, I started to feel some hate from her, a lot of insecurity, and I was very quiet, very calm because I knew something was about to go down. It was like 1 week and I felt really bad because that person started asking like really personal stuff. It's like I come to you and I tell you, Adore, I do this with my boyfriend and this and this and this. What about you? And I was like, oh, you're not gonna know. My partners and me have a privacy and intimacy that we keep between each others, and I protect that. Thank you. But she was like so intrusive, always trying, like a hammer, like every single day, the same questions, the same actions, the same process. And at some point, it took all my energy out of me. That was extremely toxic, and draining. I was drained out of my energy. And at some point, I really stopped and I was like, you know what? You're toxic. I'm very straightforward. This might not show in my videos, but if I don't like you, you're gonna know it. So I sat down with her and I told her, I need to talk to you. And that day I felt really bad. And I told her, like, you're really toxic. I don't want to have anything to do with you. This is too much. Every time I see you, I hear your voice, or I have to deal with you. It's a lot of stress. I don't know what you're doing to me or what you're trying to do, but I'm not having it. I'm sorry. And from that day, yeah, I'm very careful about who gets around me, and what they're doing around me. There's a lot of people out there who want to take your energy, who want to possess you, who want to own you, and sometimes they even want to be you.
The last story I'm gonna tell. So, okay. So, I used to hang out with a lot of people on Second Life that were like from Balkan countries, like Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, whatever. And for context, for those of you that don't know, I am Greek and Serbian. Like, I was born and raised in Greece. My mother is from Serbia, ex Yugoslavia. And I've been to Serbia many times. I speak the language fluently, so sometimes I like to hang out with people on Second Life that are like Greek or Serbian because honestly, like it's cool to connect with people that are from your culture, right? And I'm no longer friends with a lot of these people, but there was this one girl. I have no issue saying her name because fuck that bitch and she's irrelevant. Her name is Maya. Maya, if you're watching this, hi. Uh, Maya was this like girl from I forgot which country, but we spoke the same language, so it doesn't matter. And whenever this bitch would see me, she'd be like, "Oh my god, Adore, your outfit is so pretty. Where did you get your hair?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's from blah blah blah. Like it's from Do, it's from Stuff, like whatever." And she would always like eat my ass, like always eat my ass. And one time she was even like, "Oh my god, Adore, I really want to buy that hair you have." And I was like, "Go for it." She was like, "But I don't have any lindens." And I was like, "Cool, I'll give you like the 400 lindens. It's not a problem. Like, money is like I'm not motivated by money. I'll give you money if you need it. Like, you know what I mean?" So she goes and buys it. She's like, "Oh my god, thank you. Like, I love you." And one time, so this was like during I think season 2 of Adore's Next Top Model or 3, back when we used to have a live audience, which I will never do again for multiple reasons. Uh, I teleport everyone, the models, the judges, the audience, and when the show was beginning, I asked people to on mic. I was like, "Hey guys, the show is about to begin in 2 minutes. Please like mic down. Do not use voice chat, and don't get on the stage. If you have like any like anime-ish pets with you or whatever that like walk around, please take them off. If you have any HUDs on, take them off for lag's sake." And this girl was like, Maya was like, "Hey, like, can I teleport my friend?" And I was like, "Sure," but like, please let him know that like, to take off his stuff. I was like, "Sure." She teleports this man. He teleports on the stage, and he stays there for like a few minutes. And I was like, "Hey, like, could you please get off the stage and take your dog? Like, can you like detach your dog off of you?" I promise you on my fucking life that I said this in the nicest way possible. Like, I have an attitude sometimes. I'm not afraid to admit that. But like, I was genuinely polite because like I'm hosting an event. I'm not gonna be a bitch to someone that attends it. And this bitch mics up in front of everyone in Serbian, and she like proceeded to call me like and like, "Oh my god, you're fucking disgusting. This is why no one likes gay people." And then she like left, and I was like, in my head, I was like, she didn't say this in English, so like no one could fucking know that she's disgusting. Like if you're that brave, at least say it in a language that other people can understand. But I just like removed her and continued the show. Like you're not gonna get in between like my show and me because you're like butthurt over some idiotic reason. So that was really rude and really funny at the same time. So that bitch was trashy as fuck though.
Wow, that's pure hate. But you know what I always say? Hate is love. People who hate you, very inside, secretly, they love you. They have, they're so mesmerized by you, like they need by all cost, to grab your attention.
Bali, do you have any advice for any Second Life newbies, or honestly anyone watching? Do you have any advice for anyone about all of this?
Yes, I've edited in French a note card called "The Golden Rules of the Golden Surviving Rules of the Beginner." I think the first thing you should do: don't ever give your phone number, your real life last name, your address, ever, never, ever. If you do, know that what you share with one person, you share it with 1,000 person. The second thing, try to make sure that your mail is separate for your Second Life from your other stuff like bank and insurances and other things. You don't want to link Second Life to anything that could potentially harm you in real life. There's so many horror stories, so keep yourself safe from that. And the last point, be yourself. Be yourself to the maximum, to the point that it's painful for your haters, to the point that you can see who doesn't like you and who doesn't belong around you. Like be yourself to 100 million%, so that only the person who truly vibe with you, who truly connects with you, can be around you and you can be in a safe place. That's all I need to say to beginners.
My advice for the newbies is, or anyone watching, is don't be ugly. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and Bali, thank you very much for being part of this video. I'm very happy we got to collab again. Once again, please check out Bali on YouTube, subscribe to her, and tell her that I sent you. And yeah, Bali, thank you for coming. So I hope you enjoy yourself on Deeper, where you can get deep inside of Adore Femme.
Oh yeah, I love that so much. You know that I fancy you always. No, I really enjoyed. I thank you so much. I think that was it's a good episode. I hope your audience is gonna like it and mine too. And I think we talked about really serious things and I hope you enjoyed. And of course, you must absolutely also subscribe and follow Adores on YouTube.
Yeah, honestly, if you're not subscribed to me, you're ugly. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, bitches.